welcome. This is project number 3 in our Time of Giving class kit. This may very well be the easiest card you've made in a long time, and hopefully it will be. So let me grab the kit. Here we go. We just have a little bit of stamping and a little bit of die cutting. So let's grab our 8.5 by 4 1/4 thick basic white cardstock, scored at 4 1/4. And this is a landscape card, so it's going to go this way. Now we have a piece of cherry cobbler. You actually have 2. The larger one goes on front. It is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's my usual. So it's got an 1/8 of an inch all around. Now we can't put all of this together on the front yet because we do have ribbon. So let's go ahead and get our crumb cake, which is this crumb cake is, I'll just measure it, 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5 with a piece of DSP. This is from that Happy Paws or whatever, the kitty cat and doggy paper. It's the back, and it is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. But if you have a different paper, you can use that. This is, I think, really gorgeous paper here. Even if you don't want the doggy kitty one, you can use the back of them for some beautiful cards. Now we have some ribbon, and this is cherry cobbler in gold metallic ribbon, 7 inches. And I'll see if I can find the front by dropping it. Okay, this looks like the front here. Yep. Sometimes it's hard to tell. That's why I take it and I drop it, and whichever way it curves, I know that the outside of the curve is the front. And this is going to be 1 inch from the bottom. So I think I'm going to go ahead and measure that. Let me look what I want to see. I want this for my bottom. So 1 inch is 4 of the little squares. And if I just have the X's and then the little dot, the little slashes beneath the X's, that's how I can kind of tell that's how I want my front. Now over here on my side where I made my marks, I'm going to come back here and put some Stampin' Seal, about 1/2 inch, just above those marks. Now I know this is my front, so I done forgot. Okay, there's my front. So I'm going to bring it around to that mark, push it in the adhesive, and there's my ribbon. Now it can go on the front because I have my ribbon on it, and there won't be any tears because I forgot. Because sometimes I do, and there are tears. Well, at least I feel like crying, even if I don't cry. Okay, so put that in there. So pretty, guys. All right, now we have another piece of crumb cake, which is 3 7/8 by 3. 3 7/8 by 3. And that's going to go on front of here. And I guess I put that on with snail, or like we like, ooh, look at that. It's from the ribbon. Okay, kind of even. There we go. We are building this card up quick. And then on the inside we have some more cherry cobbler. which is 4 by 5 1/4. Oops. Maybe I'm pushing a little too hard on that Stampin' seal. Now we have to stamp this. We have to die cut this. And inside our little envelope, we have some labels. And we do have some jewels, but we'll deal with those in a minute. Okay, so this started out as 3 1/8 by 5/8. So 5/8 by 3 1/8, and I punched it with the Lovely Labels punch. Okay, and then these two labels started out at 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and I punched them with the Lovely Labels punch as well. And I give you 2, you should only need 1. So let's see, die cut that. Don't need to do anything with that. So let's get to our stamping. So get out my Stamparatus. And I need just a random stamp pad to go there. Now the colors we're going to be using, Cherry Cobbler for the front and Sahara Sand. Blue Cherry Cobbler here and Sahara Sand here. Now this sentiment I got from Sparkle of the Season. It says, "May the sparkle of the season warm your heart and home." But if you don't have that, which in this particular one today, I'm going to be using the Season's Greetings on the outside and Christmas Cheer throughout the year on the inside. Both of those will be in Cherry Cobbler. This will be in Sahara Sand, and this will be in Sahara Sand. So let's start with our Season's Greetings for the front, because that'll be in Cherry Cobbler. And you're going to need your 4 by 6 window sheet. I need to clean that off, don't I? It just needs some alcohol wipes to clean that off, and it will be fine. Okay, so Cherry Cobbler, where did you go? Here you are. And look, I don't think I closed that all the way. I hope it's not dry. I hope it isn't dry. So this is going to show me where that's going to stamp. I'm going to take one of my labels, a piece of scratch paper that I put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on. Choose the side that looks the nicest. I think this is it. Slide that under, line it up so that the stamping is going to stamp in the center and level. Okay, that looks good. Don't have to worry about any tape because it's not going to stick, because it's a rubber stamp. And you know I always like to go twice because I like the really rich color. There we go. Season's Greetings. Awesome. I'm going to twist it off. I don't want to tear it up. Clean off. Time to clean up a little bit here before we move on. Got my wipes. Cherry Cobbler is such a pretty color, and it's good for this time of the year. We're doing our holiday stamping. Okay, next we're going to do the inside, which is Christmas Cheer throughout the year. And do we need, yeah, we need our 4 by 6 because we want it to, well, I haven't used this one yet because I used the Sparkle of the Season before. There we go. And I don't know why, I guess I just do this, but I save these little guys. Okay. And Christmas cheer throughout the year. I'm going to stamp that on the plastic. That will show me where it's going to stamp. I want that at the top. Christmas cheer throughout the year. I think that's good. I like the May the Sparkle of the Season. It kind of goes with the what we're going to do in a minute. We're going to use our Wink of Stella if you have it. And it sparkles, so the sparkle of the season stamp goes real well with that. Cherry cobbler. There. Christmas cheer throughout the year. This time I'm going to make sure I close it all the way. I wipe it till I don't see the red anymore. It turns to pink and then it turns to white. I might have to get another one because this red ink is just really red. Okay, so we'll clean this up. Now we're going to get our little, I guess this is a snowflake, snowfall stamp. Let me clean this up too, this Christmas cheer. Now we're done with the red, so I'm going to chuck the red one. Now, on this, and I think I did something silly. All right, so this card supposed to do these before I put that on there, but you know what? We can still do it. And I think I'm just going to use this. I don't use my block very often, but you know, this is block worthy. So ink it up with Sahara sand. And what we're doing is we are doing these little snowflakes that are going to go behind our sleigh. And I'm just going to make sure I press down good on that. Sorry. Oh, look, don't press down too hard. You'll get that. It'll just look like snow flurries, I guess. And yeah, don't press down too hard or you'll get what I got. Now this, I'm going to have to put some paper. I'm really sorry, guys. This one I'm going to put some paper there. Make sure I got some. Okay, there we go. So I may have a snow flurry in my thing. Or you know what? I can do this. Well, can I? Yeah. I just didn't want to do that, and you know what? I think I would be better to just tear this off and do another one. So I need a piece of crumb cake that is 3 7/8 by 3. All right, now I can stamp that and not worry about going over the sides. And I'm just going to stamp the top part of it. Look, I did it again. But at least this time I can flip it over. Okay, because I had already attached it. Gently, gently, gently. All right, there, that's what we want. goodness. Goodness, goodness. And clean that off really good. Sahara sand. And we're going to be using our Sahara sand next as well. So we're going to stamp this. I think I used the plastic for this next one. Where is my plastic? It might be a good thing that it has that on it, because okay, so let me see now. We're going to actually stamp down here, so I'm going to bring this down to the bottom and stamp it because I want to slide my paper underneath. So the next thing we're going to stamp is going to be our Flurry of Snowflakes. And so I'm going to do it so that this snowflake is at the top. Okay. And again, Sahara sand. And bring in my paper. And I kind of want it like this, just kind of catty-cornered. And remove that. Now I line that up along the line here, so when I go to replace it, I will still put it in the same spot. Okay. And there we go. Now I'm going to line that up again with that same line down here at the bottom. And then this time I'm going to put it in this corner like that. Ink it up. So pretty. All right, now we're done with our stamping. So let's clean everything off. We do want to do our Stella if you're using Stella. Okay, trying to dry that off because it gets pretty foamy looking. Okay, where are we at? We are going to put this away. Put this away. Clean this. Put this away. Fighting with my drawer. And now, Wink of Stella. And like I said, this is not something you have to do, but it really adds a lot. Now the thing I like about Wink of Stella, I'm going to make sure I get it started here good. And I might give it a squeeze. I hope I have the one that has a lot of, let me try this one over here and see if it is any better. No, it's not any better. I don't know if I need to squeeze it. Okay, that looks, you can actually see it. There we go. Whoops. I think I squeezed it too hard. In that case, I'm going to use it more like a paintbrush. And on those little dots, I am going to just touch them. And this is going to make them sparkle. Sparkle like sparkling snow that's glistening in the sun. Okay, and now the other thing you can do if you want to is this has a fine tip. So just go around with a very fine tip. Follow the and then I did the snowflakes too. I'm not really all that particular. I'm just kind of adding some sparkle to them. And it really does make a difference. And it looks really pretty when it's dry. When it's wet, it looks a little like messy, but it dries really pretty. Just try to use the very tip of your brush and try to stay on the lines as much as you can. Okay, gorgeous. We'll let that dry a little bit. I'm going to throw this away so it doesn't mess anything else up. And you can see my sparkly snow. And you can see the sparkle here too. All right, so the die cutting that we're going to do, we have a piece of cherry cobbler that is 2 7/8 by 3 3/4. We're going to get our sleigh die out. That's this one here. This is the coolest one, I think, of all. Now you can use these for tags as well. So up at the top, we're going to make sure that there's even spacing on these 3 sides. That it's level and there's even spacing. And I'm going to use my tape. I can see that's just a little bit off. It's my removable tape, Scotch removable tape. And come on, this kind of has to be perfect because it is the center of attention on the card. So take your time, get it right. All right, so now I'm going to it is still a little off. Maybe I need to do it this way. Maybe I'm dealing with optical illusion. Okay, that's better. Get my little mini Stamp Emboss, Stampin' Cut and Emboss, plate 1, plate 2. My reindeer face down. And send that through. That's all the die cutting we have to do. So now some of this stays attached and some doesn't. That's how you get the cool look there. This would be a really easy card to duplicate for several. Whoops. If you have to do several cards. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go here. I kind of didn't want to get any up there, but I did, so oh well. It is what it is. So this is going to go on the front, and I'm going to use glue because I want to put dots of glue on my reindeer heads so that they don't stick up in my Santa head and their bodies. Okay. And there we go. And this goes on the front here. I'll just use some Stampin' Seal. You can see my boo-boo on the back. Okay, now this is going to go on the front with our season's greetings. And I guess I'll use some glue for this too, because it's a tight fit and I want to be able to move it around in case I need to. Okay. Season's greetings. It's going to go here. And I'm just going to put it kind of in the center here. It looks like these kind of line up with the edges there. Ta-da! Now let's do the inside. Put our, I think that's dried enough. I can turn it on the back. So like that. So pretty. And lastly, inside here I still have the two large clear wonderful gems. They are going to go on each side of the season's greetings, just to give it a little bling so it's not too plain. And all right, this is our card number 3 in our Time of Giving class kit. Thanks for watching.